Good afternoon. My name is LK Fletcher, and we're here talking about social media marketing today. Now, it doesn't matter what type of business you have. I'm sure if you have a business degree or you've been in business for any period of time, you know that there is a correlation that we really can't separate ourselves from between business and marketing. And the trend in marketing is driven by the biggest force that we have in our communication system, and that's the internet. And so what we look at, whether we're an entrepreneur or whether we have a large corporation, is we talk about how can we use the impact and the force behind the web and the internet, and specifically social media marketing, to build our business better. Well, let's look at a couple statistics. Let's look at what building our business better is. One of the first things we want to do if we're in business for ourselves is we want to make money. One of the other things that's really high on our list is we want to build our client base. The bigger our client base is, the more revenue we're going to make and the more chances we're going to have for repeat sales. So we want to build our business through income and through reaching more people. Well, what does the internet do? The internet immediately allows us to go from a local marketplace to a global marketplace. This is not news for any of us. We all understand how that works. How many of you have a Facebook account? If you have a Facebook account, you raise your hand. The statistics are that by 2012, more than half the world will have a Facebook account. Innumerably more people than that are going to be on the internet. But the biggest site right now in the world is Google and Facebook. And it has become a venue not just for family photos or the latest gossip, but more importantly, it's an opportunity to be seen. And if you're in business, you want to be seen. You want your business to be recognized. You want people to know who you are. You want to know what your product is. So if you're building business better, what are you going to do for your business that utilizes some of the 3 to 4 hours a day that you spend on the computer that's also going to drive people to the XYZ Corporation? Here's what most businesses are doing that are integrating social media marketing. They're increasing traffic to their website. Anything that you do that generates traffic on one site, if it is linked, in other words, if you have a Facebook presence with a link or it is branded to your name, this is all connected. It drives traffic to your website. You have an increased awareness of your organization if you're doing social media marketing. And I'm going to define this for you in a moment. You have a more favorable presentation of your brand. If you're seeing Coca-Cola on shirts all over the place, and you're seeing a logo that says "Enjoy Life," and you're seeing a beautiful woman or an attractive young man drinking a Coca-Cola, we get this impression that, wow, this is a good product, good-looking, attractive, engaging people are using this product, and we build an awareness that is identified by our perception of that product. This is advertising. This is marketing. We're able to monitor conversations with our organization. If XYZ Corporation is on Facebook and I'm posting an article on my website every week, or I'm doing an employee profile, or I'm putting up a new product, all these things are engaging a conversation with a potential increasing audience that goes back to our product, that goes back to our specific advertising, which in this world that we're talking about, digital media is probably your website. So there's a number of integrations and interfaces that we do that are very simple in our private life, and they translate beautifully to our public life as business people. Take a look at some of these statistics. You say, well, I don't want a Facebook account. I don't want to put my business out there. Why do I need to tweet? Nobody reads those things anyhow. Who really needs LinkedIn? Why do all these people want to, add me as a contact? Let's talk about why we want to do this. By 2010, Generation Y, okay? Generation Y will outnumber baby boomers. So most of you in this audience typically are probably baby boomers, okay? Of this Generation Y, this is the fastest growing generation, the largest part of our population, 96% of them. My son is one of the 4%. 96% of them will use social media. And they'll use it more than an hour a day, typically 3 to 4 hours a day. 96% of the fastest growing segment of the population is using social media. So if you want to have a business that continues to grow from one generation to another generation, if you want to have residual business, you have to say, where is my client base? They're on the internet, and specifically, they're on social media websites. You know what the second biggest search engine is, FYI? Google's first. You know what the second is? YouTube. You want to sell your product? Make a video of you using it. make a product for your service department or somebody fixing something. It's going to be linked to your website, and it's going to start this whole networking thing. It's really simple that we call social media marketing. This is a big culture shift. Okay, we talked about the number of time we spend on social media marketing. Social media has overtaken porn as the #1 activity on the web. America is more interested in connecting than in pornography. 1 out of 8 couples, this year 1 out of 8, they met via social media. An online dating site, Facebook, Yahoo, they met. How long it took to reach 50 million users, okay? In radio, it took 38 years to reach 50 million people. I'm going to jump ahead. TV, 13. Internet, 4 years. iPod, 3 years. Facebook added 100 million users in less than 9 months. That's pretty crazy. And here's another one, and this is going to have a direct implication on your business, and we're going to talk about this later. iPhone applications hit 1 billion in 9 months. Think about this. You're Joe Plumber, or you're Joe Plumber Inc., okay, whether you're the one-man plumber or you're the man that has 500 offices, manufacturing plants all over the globe. If your website cannot be viewed on an iPad or an iPhone, you have lost 70% of your marketing. What does that mean? That means if you have a typical website and it has not been redesigned as specifically a mobile site, which is easy and inexpensive to do these days, people are going to get on your website. If it's Flash, they can't see it if they're doing an iOS or a Mac device. But more importantly, they can't navigate it. So if I'm looking for a Chinese restaurant and I'm driving through the streets of New York and I can't read the menu, guess what? I Google and I go over to the next Chinese restaurant. And ideally, when I get to that restaurant, there's just one button. I can click and it automatically dials you on the phone. I see the menu. They're super simple, they're easy to read, but more importantly, they keep traffic. 70% of your website traffic is now going to be on a mobile device. So it's a shifting culture. There's a lot of things that we need to think about. Social media marketing. Some of the things that we get from social media marketing. We get great demographics, we get great tracking between backlinking, search engine optimization, Google Analytics. We have a very, very clear idea not only of who is coming to our website, how often they're coming, how often they're returning, but what age group we're getting. There's a number of data that we've never been able to get. Before, it's just been the shop windows are open, people are walking by, and unless they come in and give us their information, we don't know who they are. So my encouragement for you today, and what I want to lay out for you, is that social media marketing is something that the whole culture has shifted to. That's obvious. We're not stating a new fact there. But what has happened is it's becoming the primary tool for you to reach your global community and for you to keep your global community as customers. So we'll be talking about that in the next period of time. We're going to be talking about how much time this takes initially to set this up, whether it's setting up social media marketing accounts or it's retaining a staff to maintain things, whether you're writing articles, you're doing postings, you're tweeting, you're submitting articles, and how much you need to invest in this personally. How much time are you looking at other people's sites? And what's the payback? How's it going to translate directly for dollars for you? I look forward to speaking with you more about social media marketing. I'm LK Fletcher.